Good afternoon, students. I wanted to talk to you about week 6, module 6. A lot is going on in module 6. So, when you click on week 6, I want you to look at the assignments that I have scheduled for this week. So, of course, you're going to have your reading response with some of my favorite readings this week. You should be working on essay number 3. I'm sure some of you are wondering, why is there an essay number 3 and not an essay number 2? Well, your midterm is going to be essay number 2. You have a class discussion this week that I'm going to go over briefly. And of course, you're going to have an identification of the main point. So you want to make sure you give yourself time to get that done. Now, for students who did not earn a passing grade on essay number 1, you will have an opportunity to revise that essay. So that means if you had fewer than 70 points on this essay, you get to revise it. Now, if you don't see this in your module, that means that you scored higher than 70 points. So don't worry about it. Now, if you miss the essay altogether, you can make that essay up during week 14. So there's an opportunity for you to make improvements. For everyone else who wants to improve your grade, come and see me during office hours in Zoom. I'll be more than happy to help you with paragraph development, thesis statement development, topic sentence development. I'm there for you. I can help you with that. So, our reading selections this week, I'm telling you, some of my favorite readings are assigned to you. Now, when you're reading the Amanda Hess article, this one is about the way people talk, women talk, okay? And how women are judged by the way their voices make that kind of weird noise. Okay, so I want you to read that so that you can identify why this is sexist and discriminatory and what's really going on when people are being judged by the sounds of their voices. Okay? The next reading is, oh my gosh, this is my absolute favorite. It's The Neurology of Free Will by Charles Duhigg. I want you to read this and annotate because I want you to compare the story of Angie Bachman and Brian Thompson. I think I've got his name correct. But I want you to analyze it. Come and see me in office hours so we can talk about the differences between these two. Now, some people have a tendency to feel that the Thompson case is a little outside of the realm of free will, but I beg the differ. I want you to come and talk to me because I want you to see it differently. And I want you to be able to look at both of these situations through a different lens. You're going to enjoy it, but you got to give yourself time to read it. It's pretty long. And of course, grit. Okay? Now, I'm not going to tell you the secret, but okay, I guess I will. The main point to grit, you've been looking at it every week. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? So enjoy the reading selections this week. Next, we have the prompt for essay number 3. Now, the prompt for essay number 3 seemed a little daunting, but remember, this is not an essay in which you will use Dweck or Cox. You will use 2 of the articles that are listed here. You're either going to use Higher Ground, Unspeakable Conversations, another one of my favorites, excerpts from The Last Good Night, John West, another favorite, and I've already told you, The Neurology of Free Will, a big favorite. Okay, so you're going to pick 2 of those, and then you're going to answer this question. Why do many people feel their beliefs are justifications for their actions? And you might ask yourself, well, what do you mean by that, Dr. Stovall? What I'm asking you to do is to devise a list of why people feel that because of what they believe, that that's strong enough for them to be able to do whatever they want to do. And I want you to utilize your annotations from 2 of the readings to justify your claims. So if you say that people want to please their family members, well, certainly you could use John West, because definitely John West wanted to please Jolly. In addition to that, if you want to argue that people believe that their actions are governed by their need to please or to be humane, we can look at Robert Singer. Robert Singer felt that euthanizing disabled fetuses was to be humanistic to families, to keep them from incurring undue expense, to save a child that has a life expectancy of 6 months to a year. So basically, what you're doing is you are making claims, but using the reading selections as your evidence to support your claim. Come and see me in office hours. I'll be happy to talk to you more about that essay. All right. So, one of the things that I noticed in essay one, some of you have trouble with run ons. Some of you have trouble with comma splices. Some of you don't know when to use a comma. So I want you to utilize this resource. I have 2 grammar videos I want you to watch. And I want you to take notes. And if you have questions, come and see me. I will help you. Okay. Next, we have a reading response. In the reading response, there are 3 readings again. And I want you to write paragraph number 1 and paragraph number 2 following this format. Now, I've also included the video for you, for those of you who don't know where that is. I've also given you the sample format. Hey, for those of you who are not using MLA format to write your reading response, you're really hurting your score. So you want to make sure you're following the format correctly. And also use the main point that I posted for you. I'm telling you, it's an easy 20 points. Follow the directions. If you have questions, come and see me. Oh, 3 people this week earned 5 extra credit points for coming to office hours and talking to me about the reading. Okay, so if that's you, or if you want to earn those 5 extra credit points in your reading response, come to office hours. Okay, let me go. Let me move on to the next thing. All right. Class discussion. So the first class discussion this week is about Hess. And I really want you to demonstrate to me that you understand what Amanda Hess is arguing about. Okay. What is it that she's saying about how old men act towards women who have that vocal fry? And why is having a vocal fry a big deal? Okay. Let's see. In addition to writing your 300-word response, I want you to reply to 2 of your students, your peers. I'm going to actually go in and write my own response, only because for those who are participating early, I want you to have an opportunity to reply to me. So I'm going to be a student in the class this week. Yay! Okay. I think I'm having too much fun right now. And lastly, identify the author's main point. And I've chosen my favorite article this week, The Neurology of Free Will. So come and see me during office hours. I can help you identify the main point. Those of you who've come to me and we've talked about the reading, you know I will make sure you have the main point. You just have to demonstrate that you've read it and that you have an idea what the main point is, and I will help you compose the right information so you can get those 10 points. I'm all about the free points, okay? And the last thing in week 6 is the wrap up, and it's just letting you know that, hey, you're getting stuff done, and I'm proud of you. And if there's anything I can do to help you, come to office hours. I'm there for you. Have a great weekend.